Good evening and welcome to another instalment of I'm a Statman with myself and Mr. Statman, Andrew Dalton. How's things?
Very well, Luke. Very well. On annual leave at the moment, so just having a few days rest and relaxation. Looking forward to hopefully getting back to winning ways after, I think, what can be described as, I want to say a poor performance against Aston Villa. I think it was just a bit of a disappointing result. So it wasn't through a lack of effort or application. I just think the final ball was probably lacking last time out against Villa. But another opportunity against another team in Claret and Sky Blue on this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Not going to really go into the Villa game too much. We did enough of that on the main pod and on the Brady and Coke, which I think you joined for a short while as well. And
I did indeed.
Yeah, I think it was just a lethargic performance. I think. Yeah, I'm not going to go. I don't want to sort of split hairs, but yeah, it wasn't our best. It wasn't the greatest game of football to watch, to be fair.
It wasn't, and having watched Villa against Sheffield United the other night, they're not that easy on the eye to watch at times. They're effective, but they'll also get beat as they did against the Blades. So, look, disappointing. The bigger picture is, Luke, we are where we are in the league. We're on 35 points. We're in a great position, considering with all the injuries that we've had as well this season. So, yeah, I'm not too nonplussed. We got, but I think it's just frustrating it was Villa. There's been a little bit of rivalry built up with Villa. But we move on, and we move on to West Ham next time out.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not a real rivalry anyway. It's just one that's created by their fans. So it's not. It's a Twitter rivalry more than anything. It's not. We're never going to be big arch rivals with them. Fair enough. Yes. They're having an half-decent season up until the other night when they got beat by Sheffield United. Will they stay in the European places? I don't think so. I think there's far better teams that are going to move up above them. I don't think we're going to be challenging either. So, yeah, a bit of a nothing game, but it would have still been nice, as you say, to have the bragging rights, I think, more than anything.
I'm a Statman.
Yeah, then that takes us on to, as you say, the other Clarets and Blues that I keep getting mixed up with. West Ham Monday night tonight. We've got we've had a bit of news. Obviously, we're recording this sort of Thursday, Friday last week, so we've had a bit of news. We don't know the full story on who's going to be back, but Bielsa's alluded that we may have one or two available for this game, or one or two back who will be joining the 23s tomorrow, I think it is.
Yes.
Have we any idea who that?
I think.
Scoop?
No, we're just sort of going by what Bielsa said. That I think Berardi might feature again. I featured in the 23s against Palace during the week. Possibly the likes of Calvin Phillips may be involved. Rodrigo may be involved. We don't quite know what the situation with Robin Koch at the moment, but we've got players to come back. I don't know if the West Ham game may come too soon for them, and it might be a case of sort of wrapping in cotton wool ahead of the Chelsea game, which is next on the list. But yeah, it's another opportunity, and I don't want to use this league, but it's an opportunity to win in London, and I'm sick of saying that. I'm sick of this record in London. It's about time we've got two more opportunities coming up in the next two away games against West Ham, obviously coming up this evening, and Fulham after that. So please, Leeds, just put this London record to bed, please.
Yeah, break the hoodoo. So in terms of lineups, I mean, we spoke on the main pod briefly about West Ham. They're a real good side this year, and I think it'll be a tough ask to go there and get a win. Realistically, we mentioned Soucek, arguably the signing of the season, but Lingard on loan as well has proven to be some scoop as well. Throw in Declan Rice in the middle. They've got quite a strong midfield three.
Yeah, and I thought going back to the first game at Elland Road, they did a job on us and they were very, very good. And when it comes to sort of this time of the season, you start thinking about manager of the seasons. And okay, Guardiola's done an absolutely wonderful job at Man City, but for me, David Moyes has got to be up there. What a job he's done to turn them around from possible relegation candidates to be in the top four at this stage of the season is a fantastic effort. And I think Soucek has been brilliant. The likes of Koufal in there as well. And like I said, Declan Rice has been brilliant. And I think Jesse Lingard has been a masterstroke to bringing him in from Manchester United on loan and scored a few goals as well. So certainly won't be easy at London Stadium this evening. And West Ham United, of course, going for the top four. And as I keep saying, I think David Moyes has done an unbelievable job this season.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one, I think. But I think the positive to take out of it is that we're not playing at Elland Road, which means we'll be playing on an half-decent pitch, which seems to suit us to a T, really. I mean, who would have thought we'd have said that Leeds United prefer playing away from home? But yeah, it's come to. I mean, this season it's just. I mean, we've had no luck with that pitch, but thankfully, from what I've seen the other day with regards to the Euros. Elland Road hasn't been selected as a possible venue, which is quite good to see. Means they can really dig it up and sort that out.
Yeah, I think that's a positive. I know some fans are disappointed that we're not on the list, but for me, it's getting your own house in order and getting that pitch in order, because having been at the game at Elland Road on Saturday against Villa, you can actually tell how much they're slipping when you close up. And it's the footwear, I don't know what boots they all wear, it's quite unbelievable. And we're kind of counting how many times the players slip, and it's remarkable the pitch that's been brought in, obviously, from Tottenham. And I think what we've got left, 6 at home, 6 away, just get through these 6 games, certainly at Elland Road, Luke. And then get the pitch dug up after that West Brom game, the last home game of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
I'm a stat man.
Right then, that part of the week, the show, whatever you want to call us, where you have some cracking, whacking, crazy, hazy stats for us with regard to West Ham and Leeds. What have you got for me this week, Andrew?
Have you just made a word up there? Whacking, is that a new word that you've just introduced in the English dictionary?
Yeah, well, I think whacking actually means if you're in the mafia, it's taking someone out in it.
I think it does. Probably
don't mean whacking then.
Good word. Good word. But we digress. A couple of stats that I've looked into. West Ham have never done the double over Leeds in the Premier League, so I don't want to tempt fate on this evening's entertainment, but they've never done the double. You have to go back to season 1953, 1954 for the last time that West Ham actually, I can see your eyes lighting up there, to the last time the Hammers did a double over Leeds. And we have been in the same league for quite a while. Obviously, it's a new stadium to go to. I think it's the 42nd different stadium that Marcelo Bielsa will be. I keep calling Marcelo. I've got to get out of the habit. Marcelo Bielsa will manage it, and Patrick Bamford needs one more goal to reach 40 for Leeds United, and become, I think, the 43rd different player to reach that amount. So some stats to look out for, and obviously the big one, London. We've been through it. We've done it so many times.
Hopefully it'll go away.
Yeah. That game, December the 8th, 2017, away at Queen's Park Rangers. Please, Leeds, just win.
I'm a stat man.
We've got a decent record it was Upton Park back then, but going just through the records during the time in the Premier League, we've got a very, very good record at Upton Park. We won in 93-4, drew on the opening day 94-5, won in 95-6, won in 96-7, lost in 97-98, which was the night of the plane crash, which could have been horrific, thankfully, due to the speedy thoughts of David O'Leary. Everyone came out all okay. Won 5-1 in 98-99 in the game West Ham had 8 men on the pitch after 3 red cards. 0-0 in 99-2000 that clinched Leeds place in the Champions League qualifiers. 2-0 victory at West Ham in 2000-2001. 2001-2, 0-0. 2002-3, we won by 4-3 in a thriller at Upton Park in one of Terry Venables' victories. 2004-5, we drew 1-0 with a late penalty from David Healy. And our last visit to the ground was in Upton Park was in 2011-12 when Adam Clayton equaliser early on in the season, which were brilliant scenes. And I loved Upton Park; it had so much character. So very decent record, and hopefully West Ham don't do the double for the first time since season 53-54.
Was that Clayton goal about 35 yards out?
No, I think you're thinking one at Leicester. This is the one.
Right.
Cross came in from the right, flicked on. Houghton had a curling shot off the crossbar. Rob Green was in goal, and the rebound comes into Clayton, and he smashed it into the bottom corner. Again, Leeds missed a penalty through Max Gradle, so they could have actually got 3 points. But really good point down there, and hopefully we can extend our unbeaten record at West Ham with our first visit to the London Stadium.
Have we played at is it the first time we'll have played at the London Stadium?
First time, another new ground for Leeds. Obviously, I think they moved there start of the 16-17 season. And obviously, West Ham have always been in the Premier League since then. Leeds have been in the Championship, and we never join each other in the Cups. It's just another gutting feeling that you can't take this ground off, unfortunately. But hopefully, things are moving quite quickly, and Leeds will have fans back in the ground, possibly August. Whether that goes for away fans, I do not know at this moment in time.
Well, great stuff.
I'm a Statman.
Drew, as always, now towards the end of the show every week, we try and test your knowledge now, Stat. So we're going to try and catch you out, aren't we, every week now?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm going to be quite kind. I'm not going to ask for a particular position. Just give us 5 players that have played for both Leeds and West Ham, please.
Certainly. Rob Green, obviously, pre-mentioned, they had a spell at West Ham, also had a season at Leeds, and I thought it was very, very good in 16-17. Rio Ferdinand, who obviously left West Ham in November 2000 for £18 million. Robbie Keane, who had a spell at Leeds 2000 to 2002, and a spell towards the end of his career at Upton Park. Lee Chapman, obviously title winner for Leeds United, and had a spell at West Ham in the early 90s. Lee Bowyer, who left Leeds to join West Ham in January 2003. And Robert Snodgrass, of course, another one that has had spells at both Elland Road and the London Stadium. So there's 5. Others include Mervyn Day, Matthew Kilgallen has played there as well. So there are quite a few other players. And George McCartney, who was on loan at Leeds during the 2010-11 season from West Ham. I think that's about 8 in total. So yeah, there's been a few players. Absolutely, I try.
I tell you what, I would never have got Bowyer going to West Ham from Leeds. I thought he joined Newcastle from Leeds.
Yeah, he's a West Ham fan as well, and he left Leeds in January 2003. Had a short spell at Upton Park. I think he went back to West Ham actually after Newcastle. So yeah, he's had a couple of spells there, and I loved him at Leeds. The Champions League, they were fantastic with Lee Bowyer. So yeah. But spells at both West Ham and Leeds United.
Fantastic. Great stuff. And then one last thing before I let you go, Stats. As always, for our tables, we need your score predictions for Monday night, tonight, for our trip to the London Stadium.
A hard one to call, because I think West Ham are in really good form. They were actually very unlucky at Man City last time out. I'm going to sit on the fence for this one, Luke. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Great. We'll get that updated on the tables and things. As ever, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy the game tonight, and we will be catching up through the week next week to talk about Chelsea.
Yes, Chelsea visit to Elland Road, and another team that don't often travel to Elland Road, but we won't talk about that this week. Let's get the West Ham game out of the way first.
Save it for next week. Cheers, Andrew.
Cheers, Luke. Take care.
This episode of I'm a Statman was brought to you by Orta No Better, hosted by Orta No Better regular Luke, and joined by friend of the pod, Andrew Stats Dalton. Special thanks to Jenjamin Sachs for her audio and Emily Render for her graphics. Finally, a mention to Shed at Sheddy W, who celebrated his 30th birthday last Monday during lockdown. Happy 30th from all at Orta No Better.